After taking his medication, the prisoner would secretly spit it out when the guards weren't looking. Later, when no one was around, he would take out the antibiotics he had purchased at a high price. He then tied fishing line around the bottle, with the other end attached to his teeth. Once everything was ready, Peter put the pill bottle in his mouth and swallowed it without hesitation. Next, he dismantled the lighter, keeping only the flint, which he hid under his fingernail. After completing these preparations, he tied his wrist with a shoelace, then placed his thumb on the edge of the table. With simultaneous force from his foot and wrist, his thumb instantly twisted and dislocated. Though his entire body trembled with pain, Peter didn't dare make a sound. This was his only chance to escape. Peter was a high-security inmate serving a long sentence who had resigned himself to spending his life behind bars. But suddenly, an opportunity arose. Police Captain Jack's son had been diagnosed with leukemia, and by remarkable coincidence, only Peter's bone marrow was a match. Jack had no choice but to ask Peter for help, hoping he would donate his marrow. To Jack's surprise, Peter agreed immediately, but with conditions. He wanted to be allowed to smoke in prison and have free access to the library. Jack thought these demands were surprisingly simple and readily agreed, not realizing he had fallen into Peter's trap. Smoking wasn't Peter's real objective. He needed the flint from inside the lighter, and his trips to the library were to study the hospital's architectural plans. Once everything was in place, Peter was escorted to the hospital by police. Since his hands were cuffed behind his back, it was impossible to extract bone marrow. While everyone discussed how to proceed, Peter secretly returned the hidden antibiotics to his mouth. At the doctor's insistence, Peter's handcuffs were removed and he was strapped to the bed before being injected with anesthesia. At that moment, Peter crushed the pill bottle in his mouth and swallowed the antibiotics. The medical staff quickly noticed something was wrong. The vital signs indicated that Peter wasn't being sedated by the anesthesia, but just as they prepared to administer more anesthesia, Peter had already begun to make his move.